So my ex told me that he lied about loving me, and that's the best thing that has ever happened to me. And unlike him, I'm not lying, and in this video I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why that is and what I learned from it. So if you feel like you just keep getting heartbroken, if you feel like no one can like you, or if you feel just really disappointed about love, this video is going to be for you. Hi internet best friends, and welcome back to my sleepover. Okay, this video is a little bit unconventional, to be honest. I honestly felt like I really strongly wanted to make this video because it was something that happened in my life, and it was something that I feel like a lot of people need to hear. This video is going to have the Wizard Liz meets Tana Mongeau type of vibes because I'm gonna be giving you guys kind of a juicy story time and something that sounds a little bit like it would be in a movie, as well as some really big realizations that I had from it that honestly changed my life and made my ex telling me that he never loved me feel like the best thing that has ever happened to me. So we're gonna be starting with basically the story time, and then we're gonna be getting into my realizations and something that I feel like you really need to hear if you're disappointed in love, if you feel like you keep getting heartbroken, or if you've been in a similar situation. Okay, so how did this happen? And who is this guy? Honestly, with my horrible taste of guys, I don't think that any of us are surprised at this point, just judging by the sheer amount of heartbreak videos that I have on my channel, and me previously admitting in the video why you probably keep repeating your past patterns and you cannot change, that I do have a terrible taste in guys, or honestly had. It was kind of a matter of time before something like this happened. But basically, this guy and I, we went to the same school, we met over the winter break, and it was like, we like each other, so let's date. And then we broke up because we didn't want to do a long distance relationship, or maybe more for a reason that he wanted to get rid of me, which why I'm saying this, you guys will understand in a second. 2 weeks, or I think it was 3 weeks after we broke up, this person got a new girlfriend, and I was just like, what is even happening? But comes next time that me and this person meet, and then he says that he loves me, and I tell him that I love him because I still had feelings for him. And honestly, there were so many red flags every single time we would interact, when we were dating and when we were not dating, because after we broke up we still decided to stay friends, and all of the time this person would lie so much, which I did not understand why. Plus, every single time that I was with this person, I would really deeply feel like something was just off about this, but I still kept being friends with this person. I was just trying to, you know, when you just project something onto someone and you wish that that person is a certain way, and you're like, no, but like I believe in my heart that this person is actually good, like this person is not that terrible of a person that they come off as. Usually they are that terrible of a person that they come off as. So we were texting the other day, and somehow the conversation went to the topic of lies, and I was like, dude, you lie all the time. And he was like, I only lie when I feel the need to lie. And me, honestly, I was just expecting that it would be something funny, silly, like, oh, like I lie about liking your outfit or something like that. So I was like, what did you lie about? And he said, I lied when I said I love you. My world in that moment felt crushed, but at the same time, I felt honestly so freaking blessed because I had this feeling about this person for such a long time. It was this kind of weird gut feeling that something was off. In the back of my head, honestly, I knew that I was more projecting a fantasy onto this person, because no matter how much this person showed me that this person honestly has no feelings and kind of no regard for most people except for himself, and that he's terribly selfish, which also was when I asked him why would he do that, and he was like, so you would keep like, you know, like hanging out and hooking up with me. And I was just like, you just think about yourself, just doing that so you can benefit and not even thinking about the other person's feelings just because you want to get something that you want. That shows what kind of person that person was and what kind of person I was trying to make in my head, because every single time this person would do something, I would try to justify justified. I would be like, no, he's probably had maybe a bad experience with his parents, or maybe he's having a bad day, or maybe he's trying to act so tough and like emotionless, but he actually has feelings. The truth is, girl, if you feel like that, he doesn't care. So here's where my first thing that I honestly learned from all of this comes in, that I'm so grateful that I finally realized this, is that usually we tend to put things onto people that they're not. We see someone and we kind of complete the narrative, because most of the people that you see, you don't know them that well. And sometimes we tend to build up things in our heads that are not really true. It's like completing the puzzle when you just have a few pieces. You have a few pieces of this person and you're completing it with your own made up ideas of what you want that image to be. Sometimes it involves completely denying how that person is in the first place. Like I was with this guy that basically he had no regard for me and no regard for most people, but I wanted to believe that it was just like him trying to act cool and he actually did really care, which he didn't. Or sometimes it can be that when you don't have that much information about someone, but you still assume things about them and complete the picture yourself, which in the end creates an inaccurate picture of that person. And at the same time, if your picture is not accurate, usually you're going to feel it. I was feeling it the whole time. As I said, I had this gut feeling that something was off. And if you are confused, if you're like, I don't know if this person likes me, this person's words say one thing, but their actions say something completely different, and this person says that they love me, but then they lie and disappear, and you just have this feeling that something's off. Or usually it's, you know, those TikToks that say if they like you, you will know, if they don't, you will be confused. That's exactly it. If you have that gut feeling, always listen to it. Your intuition is really powerful and it lets you know so many freaking things. And let me quickly distinguish between like subconscious fears and intuition. Intuition is this quiet feeling. Subconscious fears, they're more unrealistic. Intuition is, this looks okay, but it feels off. Subconscious fears is, everything is okay, but what if it's off? It is not a what if, it is not a thought process, it is not a, oh, what if this person will stop liking me? It is the, this person does everything, but their actions feel kind of weird, or something about this just doesn't feel right. Think about it. If that's your intuition, please listen to it, because every single time in my life I had my intuition tell me something, it was true. I can recall so many times that has happened, which honestly to me is even a little scary. I'm like, am I psychic or something? I don't know, I'm a witch, just burn me on the stake. But hey, the most important thing that you also need to know here, if you're in the similar situation like I was, that discovering that your ex actually never really loved you, or someone just not liking you, maybe even, it doesn't speak anything to your value. The reason why I wasn't upset when this guy told me that, I have such a strong sense of self-value right now that I know that him lying, it had nothing to do with me. Just as he said, he just wanted to get laid, so he did it to get what he wants. It is not about, oh, like I am unlovable, because it's really easy to feel like that in those situations. It's really easy to feel that your worth is being called into question. This person lied because I'm not actually someone that can be liked, I'm not actually someone that can be loved. That is not freaking true. If that person lies, it's that person's action. It has all to do with them. It doesn't have anything to do with you. You have to have a strong sense of self. That way, when someone does something like that to you, when someone rejects you, when someone lies to you, when someone does something to betray your trust, you know that you're worth it. You know that it's their own little problem and their own little thing in their head. In my case, it was just this person being so selfish and so disregardful to other people's feelings that he just didn't care. In your case, it might be something different, but again, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's all about the person who lies than the person who is lied to. There are people who can have a diamond watch laying in front of them and not see its value. If this person didn't like you, someone else will. There are people who like green tea, there are people who like black tea, there are people who hate bergamot tea, which I don't understand why. My best friend really hates bergamot tea, and I'm like, it's the best best tea in the world. It smells incredible. How can you not like it? Which shows that it's just about matches and preferences. So really, if you're in the same situation, you might want to maybe shut down from love and be like, I will never let anyone close to me so no one lies to me and I won't get hurt anymore. But that, honestly, don't freaking do that. Here's why. Let me tell you. You are worthy of being with the person that is right for you. By shutting yourself off, you're not gonna be allowing yourself to find that person. You might feel like it's strong to shut your feelings off, but the true strength is that realizing that that had nothing to do with you and having the courage to open up and let someone in once again. Trust your intuition, learn your lesson, know the patterns, not to the point where you have trust issues, but if you do get that intuitive gut feeling, trust it, but find the courage in yourself to open up. There's no guarantee that you might not get hurt again, but it is worth it, and that's what true courage is. Staying open to the world and staying loving instead of becoming bitter and shutting yourself down. And you might even feel in that situation like you want to do something like that to someone else too, but what does that actually do? That just perpetuates the cycle, and then you get more hurt people hurting people, and the world needs more people to do the opposite. But if you feel like you kind of keep on picking these types of people and every single time you end up brokenhearted, and for some reason it just keeps happening over and over again and you seem to fall back into the same patterns, then I explain exactly why that happens, how I stopped it, and how you can stop it in this video right here. I really hope that you guys like this video. It was a little experimental, but I had fun with it, and I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!